A lot of AI implementation right now is chat box centric, which relies on the user knowing how to interact with the model in just the right way to get the right content returned. That can be useful in some cases, but other times as devs, we want to have a little bit more control over the user experience.
In real-world applications, AI is often better leveraged when it's just one piece of a larger workflow. That's why we wanted to create a demo that included more than just that type something in, get something back kind of basic AI integration. We wanted to show an app where AI is just one piece of the puzzle. This video is the first in a series where we'll walk through that process and talk about the choices we made, the tools we used, and how we put it all together.
The app we built is a Spotify playlist generator powered by AI. Here's the flow. The user types in a prompt, something like songs for a late night drive or upbeat indie for a slow Monday morning at work. The app uses OpenAI to generate a personalized playlist, about 8 to 10 song recommendations. The recommendations get displayed in a KendoReact Grid, where the user can review the suggestions, remove anything that doesn't fit the vibe, and optionally generate more songs to add to the playlist. Then, with one click, they can create the actual playlist in Spotify, again via the Spotify web API.
At a high level, the flow works like this. The user enters the prompt, then we send it to OpenAI. We then transform the response that we get back from OpenAI into structured data. We run that OpenAI generated song list through Spotify's API in order to get back a validated song list. That data gets passed into the KendoReact Grid and displayed to the user so that they can edit the list by removing any songs they don't want to include. If the Kendo UI Spotify account is signed in, we then use OpenAI to filter out content that's explicit or inappropriate for the workplace. But we skip that step if a personal account is logged in. Finally, we send the track list to Spotify to create the playlist. That transformation step is really important because AI responses don't always come back perfectly formatted for your user interface. You have to shape them into something that will work with the components you're using. We'll break down exactly how this works by taking a look at the code in the next video. But for now, let's focus on the tools we chose and how they all work together.
Our app is built using React with Vite. We wanted something lightweight, fast setup, and since this was a pretty simple project, we thought this would work well. If you've built a React app before, you'll feel right at home. And even if you haven't, it's not too bad. Take it from this Angular dev. We also wanted to pick a commonly used AI platform to demo here, since ideally this should be something you can fork and adapt for your own purposes. OpenAI is one of the most popular options around right now, so that's why we chose it. For Spotify, the extensive API was the selling point. Spotify's API enabled account connection, artist and song searching, playlist reading, editing and saving, and the embedding of finished playlists. Since one of our primary goals in this demo was to demonstrate how AI output could be used in connection with other puzzle pieces in an application, the ability to export our AI-generated playlist into a third-party music service seemed like the perfect fit.
And of course, we would be remiss if we did not talk about the KendoReact Data Grid. Again, since we wanted this to be something that you could fork or duplicate, play with, we went with the free version of the grid, so there's no trial required. When you're working with AI-generated content, you're typically getting back unstructured or maybe semi-structured data. In our case, it's a JSON object of the AI-generated song recommendations, with attributes like title, artist, album, and genre. The grid worked really well here, because it comes with all the interaction patterns that users already know and expect. They don't have to learn something new just because there's AI involved. Think about the loading experience, for example. AI responses aren't going to be instant. There's a delay while OpenAI does its thing. Instead of showing a blank screen or a spinning circle, we used KendoReact's skeleton loading layout, which rendered placeholder rows in the shape of the final content. Users understand that data is on the way, and the transition into the loaded state feels super seamless. Once the data arrives, users can sort and filter across all the columns by artist or match percentage without us having to write any of that logic ourselves. It already comes built in with the grid. Each row in the grid also has an interactive cell with a checkbox, so that users can go through the recommendations and select or deselect individual songs. That lets them accept what they like and skip what they don't. The big picture here is that the grid functioned as our bridge between the black box of AI and an experience that feels controlled and trustworthy to the user. OpenAI handles the generation, but the KendoReact Grid handled the presentation and the interaction. Together, they They feel like one cohesive user journey.
By the end of this series, you'll know how to use OpenAI to power a feature that goes beyond the chat interface. You'll understand how to take raw AI output and turn it into structured, interactive experience using Kendo components. And you'll see how to connect your app to a real third-party API, so you can leverage the AI-generated and user-validated output in practical ways. These are patterns that transfer. The playlist generator we built is fun, but mostly we hope it can show you that AI can be so much more than just a chatbot, if you have the right tools to transform the output.
We'll link everything in the description below. The KendoReact docs, the Spotify API docs, our GitHub repo, and more.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video in the series, where we dig into the architecture and the code. We can't wait to show you what we built. See you there.